Hello, everybody. Welcome back to KDP A to Z. Now, today I want to talk to you about colour by number books. And this is an important component as well if you're making activity books. So, this is a completely free tool that I'd like to show you today for making colour by number pictures. As you can see here on Publisher Rocket, this is still a very successful niche. There are some of these books making tens of thousands of dollars every single month in sales, and it's still quite an unexplored niche. So, some of the more generic areas in this niche, colour by numbers, are still very competitive, but with some advertising, you will get some pretty good results. So, they're still having a massive amount of searches. But if we niche down a little bit further, you start to see it gets a little less competitive. So, for example, if you were going with a mosaic one, it would have less searches, but it would be way less competitive and you're more likely to get more organic sales. So, it's up to you how you do this. Or you could just incorporate the colouring pages as part of your activity books. A few weeks ago, I showed you some really good niches and activity books where the Publisher Rocket scores were green all across the board. So if you haven't seen that video, do take a little look at that one. Or, like I said, you could make a completely unique book just with colouring by numbers. Let's get right into it. So, the first thing that we need to do when we're creating a colouring by numbers page is find a really good image. Now, I always like to get mine for free if possible, but you can always pay for them on websites like Creative Fabrica. But I'm going to use this website, which is called pixabay.com. And this is a good one because you don't have to attribute anybody. You can get images completely for free and you can use them commercially. The activity book that I'm going to be making is based on underwater theme. So I'm just going to type in underwater. Now, I always like to select vector graphics for my pictures just because the colours are a little bit sharper. You could, of course, go with something like illustrations, but there's more of a sort of blend of colours here, which I don't like as much. So I always go with vectors because the images are much clearer and the colours are much sharper. Now, if finding free tools and free images is your sort of thing, then do take a look at my channel and subscribe to it because this is the sort of thing I go into a lot of detail on a regular basis. So, the website that I want to use to create my colour by number pages is called pbniffy.com. And I'm not quite sure if that's how you actually say it or not, but PBN Iffy is the website. I'll leave the link for it in the description of the video. Now, we want to know whether we can use these images commercially or not. So, one of the things that is good is it's got this FAQ section, and I have had a little look down here whether we can use this commercially or not. And it does say that you're welcome to use, copy, and modify it, including it for commercial purposes. It also says you may also use the outputs that you create for commercial purposes, such as in a colouring book, as long as you aren't infringing copyright on the source images, which we're not doing because Pixabay is giving us these for free, and these are also allowed for commercial use. So now we know we're not breaking any rules, we can go ahead and make our colouring page. So I'm going to download an image from this website. I really like this one. I think it's fantastic. So here we go. Free to use under the Pixabay license, no attribution required. Let's free download it. I'm going to download it as a vector graphic. There we are. Okay. So now we've downloaded that image. We're just going to go ahead and browse through my downloads. Here it is. Let's open it up. There we go. And now the next thing that we need to do is we just need to select all of the colours that we want to be included in our image. So you just literally click on all the different colours that you want to include. So you can be as delicate as you like or as loose as you like. So if, for example, you want this little crab to have both shades of pink, you select both shades of pink. If you're quite happy with it just being one colour, then do that. It's really up to you. The more colours you select, obviously, the more complicated the picture will be. So just think about your age range of the child, or indeed adult. Okay, So now you've selected all of your colours that you like. All you have to do is click on this. This will smooth out all the edges and it will create you an image. Okay, there we go. So that's looking quite nice. Don't worry that that's what it looks a little bit blurry or anything like that. Actually, that won't even be printed on the page. So now we're going to save the palette. So all I want you to do here is just when you've saved it, you can't actually save directly from here. So I'm going to do a web capture. So that in order to do a web capture, you just right click on your mouse and select web capture. And then on the left button on your mouse, you just click and drag what you want to save. So then we're going to copy that. Now we're going to go along to Canva and we're going to create a page. I'm going to do it 8.5 by 11.5. And on this page, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this color palette at the bottom of the page. So I'm just going to press Control V and there it is on my page. Make it as big as you like. Now I'm going to go back along to my design and I'm just going to have a little look at the outline. That looks good. So now I'm just going to save that and I'm going to do exactly the same thing and I'm going to do a web capture. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to take it along to Canva and I'm going to put it in here. And there you have it. That is your colour by number page created. Completely free, didn't take very long. You can do it exactly how you want it. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, do give me a like and do subscribe to my channel. I'm going to leave all the links to the pages that I've just shown you in the description down below. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Bye bye.